Start record. We're recording. We're live. Back here in the studio. We're in the studio, man, and... No, I'm in my fucking room. What's in the background? Like a water bottle and another water bottle and grow tent and bathroom door and the little pulley thing for the light and a window. The pulley thing for the light. Right there. Happy New Year, by the way. It's 2025. We're all a year older and hopefully wiser. This is the year. This is going to be my year, man. And I say this every year. Talkin Chicago. This is recommended by some random person, just like all my videos. Random people tell me to watch something and I watch it. No more introduction is needed.
Anyways, Blue Chew tastes like Smarties.
Yeah.
And it's a pill that gets your dick hardy. Okay? You know what? My penis, it sucks. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you. You know, the first time I had sex, not only was my dick bent, but it was small.
It was small and it was soft.
And it's not, I explained to the girl. She's screaming, she's crying, I'm holding her down. I'm
holding her down and I'm telling her.
Not bent. It's only that one side of it works.
Let me fuck you sideways.
We're gonna, Jesus.
Then it'll be straight.
God, Jesus Christ.
This is kind of similar to how I lost my virginity. I was really drunk. The girl's really ugly. She kind of dragged me into the car. I was like blackout drunk, and whenever I came to, I was being pulled into a car by a really fat, ugly bitch. And she was making fun of me because I couldn't get it up because I was too drunk and not attracted to her. So I stuck it in very soft just to be like, okay, I'm not a virgin anymore. And I did it like a couple little pumps, and that was it. I didn't cum or anything. And then she made fun of me, and I got out the car. And the next day, rather than being depressed because I was pretty much graped, I was happy that I wasn't a virgin anymore. That's how fucking pathetic I was.
It's like, you deal with these fucking brides.
These fucking hers.
And they...
Whores?
You gotta... I don't know.
Are we doing it in Chicago?
Yes.
We're making fun of people from Chicago because all their dicks.
Anyway, my dick is shaft.
Yeah, I got a deep dish style penis. Which means it's bent sideways. Everybody in Chicago. That's the thing. It's a Chicago thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Everybody else, they got straight dicks.
It goes down and then it goes out.
My dick, it kind of hooks around in a weird way. It's like a fucking...
And you could use it to serve deep dish.
It's like a warped piece of lumber. You know,
lumber?
It's garbage. It's anywhere else. It's garbage.
I'm gay.
Yeah, I'm gay too. That's the other thing. There's a lot of people.
It's a Chicago thing. It's a Chicago.
You know, in New York, you get a New York style of pizza, and that's real flat. And we don't like that here. What we like is being bent over and getting fucked with a gun to our head. That's what you call a real New York Chicago.
Yeah.
They call it a New York Chicago.
That's a Lou Malnati style.
They call it a Chicago style New York City. And that's where you get put down on your knees. Your partner takes a Blue Chew.
And his dick gets hard.
And then he puts a 9mm in your mouth and makes you suck on it.
That's right.
While the Blue Chew kicks in. At that point, you already got a lot of saliva built up in your mouth from sucking on a gun. And you're ready to suck cock Chicago style.
And you wake up, you're bloody, you're crying, and you maybe check out an improv comedy show.
They call that a Chicago typewriter. You know what that is?
What's that?
It's a typewriter where you write all your gay secrets on it and put it away in a little drawer where your mom can't find it.
Chicago style.
Because you're sharing a what are their houses called? A Chicago bungalow.
Yeah.
I've lived in a Chicago-style bungalow with my mom since 1973. Yeah. And when I was 13, I picked up a Chicago typewriter.
Right. Right.
You know, which a lot of people, you just write gay secrets on it. And you tuck it away. For years, they kept it in a drawer, but one of my stepdads found it while he was looking for pornography. And
I had to bludgeon him to death with the baseball bat.
yeah, well, he took me out into the garage, and he stapled my butt cheeks closed. And he said the only way anything's getting in here is if they got one of those things you pretended was a monster.
Yeah,
when you were a
those
kid.
jaw things.
The little monster
Yeah,
toy.
the thing.
Good luck finding one of those in Chicago. The
stapler
only thing we have
hoovers.
here, pal, is dildos. That's all we sell is dildo pizza. Back then, of course, the only topping on a deep dish pizza was a big sloppy dildo.
Yep.
All greased up with ass juice and cum.
Right, but the point is, when you're getting fucked Chicago style,
You want blue
make
chew.
sure your partner's got blue
They
chew
want
in his
blue
cack.
chew because it's the same generic ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
The Chicago style.
They call that deep dish dick pills. The pills are thicker. You know, it's the same milligram dosage, but you can use them as earplugs so you don't have to listen to the sound of your son being sodomized upstairs by your partner. You know, you got to do a lot of things. Chicago rents are going up.
True.
Everybody's moving to Chicago because of coronavirus.
Right.
You know?
I heard that.
Why?
And so, just to be clear, you have to prostitute your son because of that. Your son has to get
You got to
fucked by
rent a
your
room
partner.
out in your house, and your son, your son's being molested up there. So you got to drown it out. That's why you need a deep dish style of blue
deep
chew.
dish style dick pill.
You get it right here in Chicago.
Put it in your ears or in your mouth. You make your dick hard.
You plug it. You put it in your ear, and it works in your ear too.
This might be an unpopular thing to say. This might offend some people, but fuck it. Chicago pizza, deep dish, whatever, whenever I had it, it wasn't like it was just like regular tasting. You know what I mean? It wasn't I wasn't blown away by it.
Yeah.
That's how they call that taking dick pills Chicago style. You shove it in your ear, and then it's a slow burn because everybody in Chicago has got a bent dick, so you really only need half the pills to get the good side of your dick hard.
Oh yeah.
They call it the south side.
Right.
The south side gets hard, and then the top stays limp, so the whole thing curves back around.
Interesting.
And then your dick points.
It's kind of the
What does it have
opposite, where the
Nutella
south
there?
side is good on your dick.
In Chicago,
In the
everybody's
city,
dick,
the south side's
it
bad.
loops back and points at you, and you walk around with your pants down. You go, "You talking to me, pal?" Or you, hey, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Right.
Because and the dick points at you,
Right.
and they can't do that in New York. That's why you got to have, De Niro. He's got the little gun in the movie.
Right.
Remember that? That was sort of a reference to Chicago.
Yeah.
About how everybody when he whips a gun out of his sleeve, that was Scorsese saying, "I've been to Chicago. I've seen what their cocks look like." No. Okay. We all know about the cock situation in Chicago. The way their cocks point back at it. So anyways, you want a couple of Chicago deep dish style blue chew pills. Same generic ingredients as
Viagra and Cialis.
Tadalafil and sildenafil.
And guess what? You don't got to go to no fucking
That
doctor.
sildenafil reminds me of my friend Phil Sildena.
Right.
Oh, great guy, Phil.
Good guy. That guy.
Chicago guy. Chicago
Yeah, I
guy.
think I've been
really?
on that
Yeah.
street before.
That's weird. You know what? I knew that because I
When
knew him
I
from
was
Chicago and we grew up there
stationed in
together, but I never
Chicago.
put it together that he was a
Yeah,
Chicago.
Chicago guy.
I never left.
Plus,
the
his
neighborhood.
cock looks exactly like you described.
I've been living on Beaker Street in Chicago my entire life.
Right.
North side.
They got that.
like,
Sure.
yeah,
I
every
lived-
street is just streets from New York, but you take a letter out. So
I've never been to New
Beaker.
York. I lived in Beaker and Houston Street.
Houston.
In between Beaker and Houston.
And Mulberry,
Yeah.
over there on Mulberry Street.
Mulberry. Yeah, no, I was living there for a long time, and now it's the wrong city. Whoops! There you go. You don't pay attention for a second, you end up somewhere completely different. End up in a different place.
The point is,
Philadelphia. It's like Chicago, but nobody's gay. None of that weird gay Midwestern stuff.
and you don't got to go to no gay doctor. You do it all online.
Yeah, New York,
from Chicago or Philly. I forget. I don't really know where we are anymore.
They got thin crust pizza in New York. In Chicago, they got deep dish, and in Philly, they got whites only pizza. Do you mean white pizza? Yeah, so that's
whatever.
Right? That's what that means.
Yeah, whatever.
I guess it's got a cream type of cheese also.
Yeah, we got cream cheese.
Really?
That's our type of shit. So now go. If you could do it from your home in Philadelphia.
You can go to anyway.
BlueChew.com.
All right. Give me a
This is
second
all
here.
just
Let me
the
get back
act for Blue Chew.
We got to get back to talking about Blue Chew.
We going back? We doing Philly or are we doing Chicago?
I can't tell the fucking difference.
I can't do Chicago anymore.
I think it's lost. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Well, something changed, and now the fuck.
Now we're not capable of it.
Now I can't. I hit my limit with that fucking city.
It doesn't help the it doesn't help the Philadelphia's.
You know what I
just
think?
Dundalk.
With the
So
problem
we
is,
slip into it, no problem.
the problem is that you tried to do Chicago and you ruined it for me.
Well,
by
if
doing this.
you were actually good at the voice, it wouldn't matter what the fuck I was doing.
Excuse me, I am actually good at this.
Okay, well then why the fuck ain't you been able to do it yourself?
Because you started talking and
I was doing it pretty good. I slipped one time.
Yeah, and that's
one time,
and it was your
and I went right back. But you had to go to Chicago. You had to go to Philly.
We're on a tandem bicycle.
That's not how
here,
people talk in
and you
Chicago.
fat-footed those pedals
They're not doing a
backwards.
very
I
good
did it
job.
one fucking time.
And you ruined the whole thing. Bicycle fell over. Now we look like a couple of fags on the side of the road with our bicycle falling over. That's a funny mental image. Just two gay guys on a tandem bicycle that's just in a gutter.
Yeah.
And they're like, help us! Police! Help! Somebody call the police! Our bicycle fell over! Our tandem bicycle! Tandem bicycle with dildos in the seat?
Of course.
And then one of those Skyrider banners flying behind it that says BlueChew.com.
That's right. Which is a great website.
And
If you
it
like
says-
sex, you'll love
BlueChew.com. You
And
go
then
there,
it
you
says
check
go over
out-
there.
code CUMTOWN.
Go to promo code COMETOWN.
And you get a free intro.
Go in there
Over
like
free
James
shit.
Caan and Thief. You say, what do you got? Dick pills? You got a chink? You got a Jew chink kid? We'll take that.
Right. Well, why don't we just do the promo code?
It's a highly emotional scene.
It's
in
a
Thief.
great scene.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm quoting one of the
He's
greatest
quoting
movies of all
Thief
time.
right now.
I know. Maybe after the
How
actual
about
read is
how about
over.
instead it's Jack Nicholson at the beginning of The Departed?
No.
That would be that'd be a Boston.
The thing guys from Chicago don't realize.
Okay. Go to BlueChew.com. Use promo code COMETOWN.
That's the thing Chicagoans don't realize. I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be free of
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
You gotta
Got
get-
guys from Chicago.
Chicago.
guys from
guys.
Chicago. We got to get the beat back on the board.
Oh, we do need
I
to
kind of
beat
lost
for
track
sure.
of
Get
what
the
the
beat
hell
back on
they're
here. All right,
talking about.
beatchew.com. Yeah, I don't know anything about the settings. I'm more of a
I do the plat.
I'm more of a plat guy. you know
I do
what
the
I'm saying?
plat.
I've never really cast anything that is dependent on a setting. You know,
It's more
it's more about cool shots. You know,
I
it's
love
about
a
the
cool
idea
shot.
of putting Bobby De Niro somewhere where you look at him and you say, now there's a guy that not only fucks, but he does crimes.
those crimes, and I can see his balls.
You know, I remember the original draft of Heat. I just wrote the word fuck
a
down
good
on a
movie.
piece of paper. And I thought,
Is this Chicago Michael Mann?
that's where he's from.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
For real?
I think Thief was his first or one of his first movies.
Oh, I had no idea. It's from
Adam's
Chicago.
not
That's a
sure. That's
Chicago
why
film.
you can hear the fear in his voice.
And then he became.
The possibility of him
being wrong.
being wrong about the movie.
I've been wrong so many times.
Yeah, but you wouldn't score points with the other Jews.
No, but
listening.
I did do it in the voice of me trying to be right, which set myself up for failure.
It's a character you do. Adam trying to be right.
Yeah, David Mamet. David Mamet's like first draft or something, just being the word fuck, and then I wrote down fuck on the piece of
Oh,
paper.
that's who I meant. Mamet, not Michael Mann.
Both of them are Chicago guys.
Mamet's from Chicago?
Yeah.
Huh.
The three guys from Chicago are Michael Mann, David Mamet, and Shel Silverstein.
Yeah,
Shel Silverstein's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago guy.
I fucking love Shel Silverstein.
Jim and
bro.
John Belushi.
That was my guy as a little kid. I used to
Yeah.
love those books.
Yeah.
And he looks like he fucks. I didn't see a picture of him till pretty late in life.
Yeah, you know, I grew up in Chicago, South Side, and that's why most of my movies they deal with guys saying fuck, and the idea of like what if you're trying to get some pussy,
Right. Right.
but the gang they need you to do one more crime. You know,
But
you got to
really what you want is pussy.
what you want is pussy,
Pussy.
but you also don't want to be enslaved by the pussy. So
Right.
You got to put work in between the pussy and you, and really,
That's right.
It's
All right, this one's kind of dragging on a little bit, but I'll.
it's
Should've
chiefly
watched the whole
concerned
thing.
with the idea that freedom is sort of like not only not possible as a state of being, but it's impossible as even an abstraction that you can comprehend, because these men don't even know what they're trying to escape to. It's certainly not pussy. It's being shot to death by Al Pacino in an airfield. And while that bullet presses into Robert De Niro's heart, the audience can't help but think, he's probably thinking about sucking cock.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He's probably thinking about what he really wants the entire time, which
So the whole movie's about being gay.
is about blowing Val Kilmer's character.
Tugging on his little ponytail while you suck his cock.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
That's not how I saw it.
Hey, listen, when I invited you on to do the DVD commentary, I didn't say you're just here to say yes. Okay, Bobby?
I didn't see him as a gay guy.
I didn't
see him as a gay guy.
I didn't see him that way. When I do this with Marty usually holds my hand and we touch each other's penis.
But the character's not gay.
The character's not gay.
I'm gay with Marty.
The character.
Robin.
I love the film.
Oh, you're
boy.
watching Heat.
I'm doing it. I'm making the looks money.
I'm director Michael Mann, and this is Robin Williams. He'll be doing the commentary on
Wasn't
Heat
in the
with me.
film at all, but
Oh, that little goatee. It makes you wonder if it's held on with cum. That's very funny, Robin. I always wanted to do Heat with Robin, and I wanted him to play all the characters. The original idea was that it was going to be a comedy. And the big joke is that we
I think I stayed at that hotel.
never get to
Those people are walking
see
out
these
of.
men
Oh my god!
having sex.
The camera just like went in
Next to each
between
other.
those.
But
People
the
look- that was
test audiences, they didn't really get it. They didn't
This
see it
camera
as
guy's
a comedy. They
ruthless.
thought it was
Too
just. They
nuanced.
thought it was too nuanced. It was too
Yeah.
much of a heist movie. They thought it was really about the bank robbery, rather than this idea that these five guys are gay with each other and they never have that. Moment in the hallway where they bump into each other and all the papers go scatter and they pick it up and they, one hand falls on the other.
Luke,
and they
random
realize
alley.
a meet cute.
a meet cute, their hidden desires,
Yeah.
realized. So they have to be bank robbers. And that's, I thought if we reshot the whole thing with Robin Williams playing all the
Must have been
characters.
expensive.
But he's, Mrs. Doubtfire, he was busy with that, but he actually made all of his own clothes and costumes. He owned, when I met Robin in the Motel 6 off Sepulveda and down in Inglewood, we used to meet up there every Thursday. We would tell our respective wives, we had a business meeting. And me and Robin would show up, and he'd be dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire, and I'd bend him over and fuck him in Motel 6. I said, you know what would be great if what we could do is reshoot Heat, shot for shot, but with you playing all the characters, and then release that as a director's cut. But the studio said we don't have another $40 million. We don't really have the money to reshoot the whole thing.
A lot of people think Heat the name is about the heat, the police, but it's really about the hottest kind
It's
of
about
sex.
the heat emanating off a man's asshole.
Yeah, hot gay sex. You know.
Yeah, well, that's what always interested me about gay sex. It wasn't the
It's a temperature.
It wasn't the act itself. Is that when you do it without lube, the friction that's built up in an ass, and you know, eventually, of course, you ejaculate. Hopefully, not too early, right? Hopefully, it's you have time to savor the act. Is that when you finally pull your penis out of a man's ass and you're completely hard, because this is it's not the wife you've been
This
fucking
is the
for 20
best
years.
type of sex.
You're fucking Robin Williams dressed up like a British grandma in a Motel 6 in Inglewood. So, you're harder than you've ever been in your life, and it pulls out, and you can see some of the inside of the rectum come out a little bit. The heat that builds up, it reminds me
Prolapsing
both
anus.
literally and metaphorically of the
Anal
Big Bang.
prolapse.
And it makes me think,
Right.
well, God was probably... if God exists or whatever your conception of God is a guy going out, he's out on the bareback exchange.
He's fucking dry.
He's fucking dry, and he's in the clubs, and he's on drugs, and he's getting AIDS in the clubs.
He's
Right.
fucking dry and hot.
And that's why, evangelicals will say that God sent AIDS. And, it's like, well, is this even really a punishment?
Right.
Because they take they got the wrong idea when they think about it. Because AIDS actually makes the sex even hotter. It's like having a gun to your head.
Right.
And I don't think it's a coincidence that the emergence of the HIV virus coincides exactly with gun control laws in the United States.
So true.
Because there was never room to really have the conversation about who's affected most by gun legislation, and that is, of course, bareback exchange gay guys that love shoving guns in each other's faces.
Oh, would you look at that? The heat is over. The movie's over. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the commentary.
Ooh, see you later.
We're gonna go have guys.
Thanks for joining me, Rob.
Ooh, leave the light on for me.
Leave the light on, leave the dick
Stupid. I
on.
was in motel.
Leave the money on the dresser. Cash on the barrel. Cash on the barrel. Can I go back to New York now?
Okay, I guess we're always through.
Yeah, Bobby really didn't take to Chicago. There's a difference between the culture of Chicago and New York that Bobby really didn't seem to
I
comprehend.
love Chicago. You guys are just a couple of homos.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do with Chicago.
No, I don't know if I want to get HIV. I don't understand why that's necessary for my character. Contract the HIV virus is
Yeah.
not even part of the story.
David wanted us all to get HIV, and only Val Kilmer agreed.
Yeah. Of course, we brought David Mamet in for just some suggestions. And the thing he pressed hardest on is all the characters should have HIV.
Fuck. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
All the characters should get HIV, and you know what else all the characters should get?
Is Manscaped.
Is their cock
They should
shaved.
get their
nothing.
penises groomed.
Yeah, you gotta clean your ear out before you put the dick pills in there. And
That's right.
Chicago,
Otherwise,
you
you
got
hear your son.
Chicago guys are
Your
real.
son getting molested.
Yeah.
For shelter.
Too much hair, you can hear your son.
Yeah, I was taking my son to a Cubs game and he got molested in the bathroom. And I couldn't hear because I had too much hair in my ears.
Interesting.
And that's after that I started using the weed whacker. Now the
Right.
damage is done. That boy's scarred.
Right. So might as well put him out on the street, get a little rent money.
I mean, it's like your best case scenario. He ends up as a director. Some kind of director of heist movies. Worst case scenario, he ends up as a New Yorker. Jeez. It's weird that there's not more of a rivalry between Chicago and New York.
No, we don't.
Is there
care.
even a fucking
I think it's
there
just
isn't
because
at
they're
all.
too far apart.
Isn't it one of those rivalries that only goes one way?
Yeah. It's,
Like Baltimore and DC, like we don't like DC. No one in DC gives a fuck about Baltimore.
No one's like,
But we're like,
Baltimore.
fuck DC.
Yeah.
Same way Chicago, it's like, look, whatever.
Yeah.
You're cute. You're in the middle of the fucking country. You're the best city there, but come on, suck my fucking
cold
dick.
as
It's New
shit.
York, dude.
the performance package includes a crop preserver,
Lots of
so
Polish people in
deodorant for your
Chicago.
balls to protect against chafing. Also, their crop revive or
people are like
toner will keep your boys
Mexicans
fresh
of
at all
Chicago.
times.
Yep.
If you're wondering why I talk like this, it's because I've gone deaf from using the wrong kind of ear hair trimmer.
That's right.
That's before I got the Manscaped one.
The fucking weed whacker.
And you know what? It doesn't say in here, but I'm assuming you can also use it on your asshole.
I'm gonna say don't use it on your ass.
Don't try to use it on your asshole.
All right. That one dragged on a little bit. Towards the end, it got funnier, but yeah, a lot of like this middle area after the deep dish stuff, it was kind of hard to follow, and yeah, and sometimes the visuals are a little bit too interesting, and I get kind of I'm focused on that rather than I am what they're talking about. But yeah. No, I can't do that. I keep wanting to do this. No. Goodbye.